Testing. Sorry, I got issues on my side. Just trying to make sure everything's working. Um. Okay. Here we go. Let me see. Do I have everything loaded up here? Ah, Ty. Excellent. And hey, Speed. Oh, so many errors. One second. What's going on here, man? Like, I'm not even talking about the ETs. That, every day I get a little bit more depressed too about that, guys. Don't don't ask me about it. It's gonna get the live stream taken off. Anyway, hey everyone. Well, three people. Hey, three people. Ty, I just want to let you know that I'm up to like chapter 30 on Sugomomo. I guess no, it's more like chapter 32 now. Anyway, Speed, Ty, how are you? What's your thoughts on the One Piece spoilers? Speed? Whew. Okay, finally. I was so interested, man. I was 100% interested. I was like, what? CP9? And then it's like, what? A devil fruit related mistake? Oh my gosh. It feels like Oda's shoving in a lot of plot points that he just doesn't have the time to cover in their own kind of arc right now. But yeah, no, man. I am absolutely happy that we're actually getting to the fights. We're finally doing the other fights. I'm so excited. Personally, I don't really care about, the hybrid forms. Like, that's whatever. Like, a hybrid form's just a furry. But I am very happy about any other little plots that are going on in the background. So I really do appreciate that. So what do you think of Sukumo's of our future art museum thief? Yes, Ty, because the apocalypse will happen, and I won't lie to you, Ty. I know all 5 art museums in my vicinity. I'm gonna be there, but okay. Actually, I really like chapter 30. When I got to chapter 30, I was like, okay, I really enjoy this, and I enjoyed the little, I forget what it's called, the ascended mode. Seeing the ascended mode, I was like, all right. I can see why Ty liked this. I enjoyed that. I kind of wish I kind of kept that kind of momentum. I mean, like I only got one chapter away from it. It's a downtime. I'm sure it'll keep the momentum, but yeah, no, I can see why you like it. Oh, Miguel and AN683. Hey guys, what are we going to? Oh, that's what I'm doing here. What are we going to talk about today? Also, guys, I was like googling stuff about My Hero Academia. I was just seeing what was going. I was just doing research for video topics, and you know, this might not need to be said out loud, but negativity really scores high on Google. Like searching Reddit My Hero Academia, I just have like a stream of why Hero Academia sucks, or like pretty much other type of pages like that, and it's like I was only looking for the My Hero Academia subreddit. Like, it's just kind of funny that that's where it goes immediately. If you guys are interested, like there was a few topics that we could read through and we could talk about. It'll give us something to do, and we can check if you guys enjoyed it. I wonder if there's any more traitor shenanigans in Kaido's crew. Oh yes, B. Well, I don't know. And there's a lot of people with ties to the world government, that's for sure. I hope. Well, at this point, I would it be reasonable to expect the other? What? Sorry, the Flying Six. Would it be reasonable to expect more stories? Like if Black Maria has a pretty interesting story, I'd be pretty happy about that. I don't really care about Sasuke, but in terms of traitor shenanigans, yeah, I don't know. Yeah, manga gets really good. I haven't seen any anime, but I've seen the clip. There's some censor and dialogue changes. Oh, and praise Central Hospital. Yeah, 100% Sarge. Praise Central Hospital always. Always praise Central Hospital. But yeah, for One Piece, man, I'm just so happy, man. I'm so happy that we're gonna be doing everyone else. I'm happy that we're gonna be seeing fights. I hope that it's gonna be a fight and not just something that gets skipped. Like again, I don't need that much. And also, Chopper has his side effect as well, so that feels like we might actually get something worthwhile there. But we'll have to see. I'm trying to think. There's not really that many other spoilers for the current ones that we got right now for One Piece. It'd be wonderful if the Hero Academia, whoever leaks it, it'd be one. I know Asushi is involved, but it would be wonderful if someone leaked Hero Academia with the same ferocity they leaked One Piece. But let me think. You know, Kaido's situation in general speed is pretty messy. I mean, you got CP0 there, then you have who's who. I don't feel like Sasuke would have too much of a story. Ulti doesn't have much of a story, neither does Page 6. So yeah, who else? Is there any other weird element in Kaido's area right now? Not really. The Smile users have been pretty much controlled. Yeah, we're on the upswing. Hody skipping the escape is still kind of funny. Speed. No, man, don't. I mean, it's funny in like the yeah, like he would do this kind of sense, but I, I wished for more. I would love to know everyone's. I haven't read the comments for the video yet. I've been really busy just trying to get more videos out. Oh, Skelly! Hey, Skelly! I saw your comments on the Discord chat. But let's see. Viz Trio. Hey, Viz. Viz, I started watching a little bit of the Oceanist stuff. I don't think I watched all of it because I was just going through it really quickly, trying to find time for it. But since I already checked the video and I know that it's respectable content, Viz, if you want, I could analyze it on stream and then we can have a discussion about it on stream if you want to do that. And if everyone else is okay with doing that, I mean, like it'll just be. Yeah, people on Twitch do this, right? Like they watch other people's videos and then talk about the videos. I feel like they do that. I think we could do it too. I think Oda didn't put chapter last week, so we didn't celebrate Father's Day with child abuse from Kaido. How was your guys' Father's Day? Mine was like really busy. Did someone leak the thing about Izuku being an urban legend, or was it someone in this chat? Miguel, the urban legend thing was Atsushi's words, right? It was Atsushi's words about he described Izuku being an urban legend. I believe that All For One hasn't revealed the truth about One For All because he wants to isolate and toy with Izuku because the heroes would protect him. It's not that he doesn't want other people to target Izuku. Well, that's a fair thing, Jazz. But if we're talking about like long term, I wouldn't be surprised if it's a mix of the two as well, right? Um, Isolating and toying Izuku, that's really cool. I think that's probably part of it. Like when you look at it, the man's really he's got a knife at Izuku. He's definitely twisting it. I'm not gonna discard him not wanting other people to target Izuku because that's the thing. See, the thing that that idea I think reflects from All For One is that All For One has a weird attachment to his brother. I wouldn't be surprised if All For One has a rhetoric that goes along the line, "I'm not going to let anyone else touch you" kind of thing when it comes to this particular topic, just because of the weird attachment he has to the brother. That said, again, I think the isolation, I think that's very clearly what he wants. I agree with that. I think it's a mixture of multiple factors coming into it. Like All For One really shouldn't be saying one thing is the thing that's determining everything. He should be saying it's this, 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 and this. Like if All For One wants to talk, he should be going into like multiple topics. Oh, Skelly's free. I'm so free. Oh my gosh, Skelly, good. It's gonna be so great to have you again, like every now and again. So like Gran Torino and Nagant have better insurance than Night Eye because he's dead. Night Eye didn't go to Central Hospital. That's really the big fundamental issue here. I think it. I also mentioned it that Izuku would be some kind of urban legend or rumors, but I also recall seeing it being mentioned a 4chan leak. Oh, a 4chan leak. Okay. Miguel mentioning that Izuku would be an urban legend. I'm trying to remember, Miguel. I take your word for it, and I believe you. I'm sorry if I don't remember it. But props. Also, I'm amazed how Ida got gold bars for Christmas. I'm also noticing there are so many cougars thirsting for boys in Hero Academia. Mount Lady thinks she wants Shoto, and there are many examples. Yeah, I saw that, and I was just thinking, like, I really hope she means the sidekick, right? I didn't want to touch that topic on the video, but I hope she meant the sidekick. Is it usually gonna? It's because he said he'll post the spoiler, but I don't know if that means no more spoilers on Twitter or that he'll just post them both. Well, AN683. The thing is, I'm also like, thanks to King of the Nerds, I was able to get onto that Discord group. So I guess as long as I can access Discord, it'll be fine. But even if he's not posting on Twitter, we'll still be able to get information on Manga Helpers because Manga Helpers likely has someone that's going to be posting on there. Well, my dad's a prick, so I don't care much about the holiday. Oh, sorry about that, Sarge. Yeah, I just have to do phone calls for Father's Day, and then I just have to visit people. All for One doesn't like other players entering the game with Izuku. Kind of want Mirko to have a moment with Deku. She could also be a good trainer for him. Oh, hey, Leela. I'm going to be honest. I haven't enjoyed and I've been hating the anime lately. I'm extremely disappointed and bored. Hey, Leela. You're one of the people I like. Nah, Leela, don't worry about it, man. Look, this is what we've been expecting. It was going to happen from a long time. You know, every single moment that the author rushes things and he does questionable things, you're going to bleed more people away. Every choice he makes, the further we get into Hero Academia, the more we'll lose more readers. It's a normal part of the life cycle, Leela. No one blames you. No one judges you for that. Like, you probably have, like, that's a normal reaction. We're at the stage where now it's like either the diehards stay or people slowly start to outgrow Hero Academia. And again, like, this is, I think it's fair to say that the author is rushing a little bit. I feel like he's at a point where he's just trying to get as many little check boxes as he can, and he just is running to the end now. I don't know why they do this. Who knows what's going on in his mind, but when you look at the pacing and when you look at the general, if you compare Act 1 Hero Academia to like Act 3 Hero Academia, it's a lot more abrupt, right? It's kind of hard to put it into words, but it's like, it's a different kind of feeling. All for One definitely has a lot of ways to ferment. It's still waiting for it to blow up UA Wile E. Coyote style. Oh man, I would love that. Hey, White Despair. Night I seem to accept his death unlike Nagant and Gran Torino. Have you seen the season 5 second? There is a possibility that we may be able to see. I'm hoping for more Majestic. No, I haven't seen that trailer. I'll have to look for it. Back when Izuku was training Black Boy with All Might, All Might said the phase, not only the way, or something like that. Maybe the heroes knew they could also target Izuku or pressure him to pass the power onto a more fit hero. Ah, yeah, I remember that. We talked about this when that line came around. Yeah, that is another issue here, is just the power gets moved around. That's why you don't want other heroes knowing about it. Mind you, that's why the whole thing about people losing their lives, or, you know, their life first being burnt out if they have one for all, if they have a second quirk, or if they have an original quirk, that's what that rhetoric is there to prevent. I'm surprised the glass guys fight so well when it's such a... I'm surprised they're animating the glass guys fight so well when it's such a pretty fight. Plus, enemy design looks so creepy. Oh, okay. I haven't seen the design. Is that on Twitter somewhere? I'll have to look at it later. I do feel the same this arc. I don't think the author will go the not dark. I guess I see how they could make this, but the choices made are just safe, predictable. Saw a post on Reddit today put us fine. It was about how ridiculous people online are being. Izuku, this is the story of how I became the greatest hero. Deku in chapter 317 leaves All Might in order to protect the people online. He's gone villain now. What? Are they really saying that he's gone villain? Izuku's not a villain! Are you kidding me? We've just jumped Vigilante, now we're full-on villain? God, man. And these are our contemporaries. Leela says, but Trip, I have been loving Hero Academia up until now, and of course I pushed through the one when I got to my... It made me... Deku can't hold an arc alone. Deku can't hold an arc alone. Deku can't hold an arc alone. He's definitely not Hawks, and he's definitely not Endeavor. Those guys can carry an arc with, like, have you seen their shoulders? Those guys can carry the majority of Hero Academia by themselves. Um, Heck, maybe Dobby could carry the majority of Hero Academia by himself too. Um, of course, he's gonna self-destruct under the weight of the story, but Izuku can't carry an arc alone. Well, there's a lot of logic to that. When you look at it, Izuku doesn't really have any agency here. This is one of the worst things. Izuku doesn't have agency because well, limited agency because he's pursuing All For One, but he's ultimately playing by All For One's schedule, and it's ultimately All For One's stuff that he's reacting to. Because of the cat and mouse kind of dynamic here, Izuku doesn't come out looking well. So for Leela's criticism there, I do think Izuku can carry some arcs. Like, well, actually, I was gonna say that he could carry arcs based on the Gentle arc, but now I wonder, because the Gentle arc is built on incredible serendipity, and Izuku happening to be at the right place at the right time. Oh, Leela, you're giving me something to think about there. Can Izuku carry an arc by himself? Well, this one isn't a good showing for him, because in this one, he's on the response and he's doing everything that All For One has made fun of him for before, and he's being stupid, so it doesn't look really good on him. You know what? During the Nagant mini arc, the Nagant fight, Izuku was doing really well. I think Izuku carried the Nagant fight really well, just because that was like a sheer display of competency on almost every angle, I think. Let's see. But otherwise, Leela, I see what you're saying here. Going back, like for this particular instance, seeing Izuku again being played with does not really help a lot. Trailer for the second part didn't have anything about My Villain Academia. Huh. Interesting. And that led people to think they might skip it. But we've got the footage of the villain, or sorry, we got the promo art of the villains, right? The Endeavor Agency arc can't be that long. They're not gonna actually skip My Villain Academia. There's no way. There's no way they would skip My Villain Academia. Because the problem is, if they skip My Villain Academia, not looking at the Western market, if they skip My Villain Academia, they are saying that this arc is not good enough, and that would be an incredibly loud statement. Yeah, no, someone's gonna lose face if they do that. I don't think they would skip it. No, they might go to cover it. They might cover it. We'll have to keep an eye on that, Miguel. I'll look to see if there's any more things I can find. Mostly just interested in hearing your opinion on what they discussed, so I'm fine with you doing it on stream. Oh, okay, cool. Trip, what villain did you feel the most sorry for, especially when they were defeated? For me, it was Darth Maul. He was just broken. There's a great YouTube video on Maul called Hatred. It has 5 million views. Oh, I like Darth Maul in like the Clone Wars series. Is Tiandre here? Oh, hey Tiandre. You know, Ty, I don't think I've felt sorry for villains. I mean, Tekadon was technically a villain for some people in Gundam, but that's not a real villain. Yeah, no, I don't think I really feel bad for villains. You know, Ty, I have, like, this is probably, like, one of the worst parts. I've watched so many series that I can't draw them up for these kind of questions. You guys sometimes ask me questions about a category of character that I just don't file away in my head. I mean, I feel like if I did like a top 10 villains I was very sad about, it would be different, but I don't think like that. So I don't know, man. I don't know. What villain do I feel sorry for? Especially when they were defeated. I didn't feel sorry for Gentle. You know what? Someone's face just flashed in my mind, but I don't know who it was. I'll get back to you if I got that. Oh, yo, Joe isn't here, Tiandra, at least not in this part of the chat. The irony is that didn't go well, so the studio might as well take the decision of skipping it. We'll have to see. Or they could release an OVA in the time between the 5th and 6th season. Or they could just release a whole new season or a whole new anime called My Villain Academia after this one's over. So I'm hating the anime and the current manga. Usually I have the manga to grasp onto. The My Villain arc being pushed back is hurting me. Oh, I'm sorry, Layla. So many YouTubers saying Izuku's a villain now. I feel even more embarrassed to be a part of the fandom. Yo, Ty, link me right now. Link me a few of them right now. I will 100% like rip them apart. Are you insane? A villain just because he looks kind of scary? What kind of what kind of reading like okay. All right. That's just people judging a book by its cover. That's all it is. Did Izuku totally isolate himself from the pros as well, or just from All Might? AN683, we should be thinking that Izuku isn't that stupid. He should still be in some form of communication with the pros, because he should be thinking that he has to work together with them, but we don't know. It all depends on his on the tunnel vision. But right now, from what we see in the previous chapter, it should just be All Might. There's no rhetoric in the previous chapter to say that it feels guilty about getting the other heroes involved. Also, My Villain Academia are so good, and Toga's theme. Also, the My Villain Academia OSTs are so good, and oh right, we have the original soundtracks. All right, so that's fine. I need a stream. Just got into a heat about American politics with my dad. Thanks for the. Oh, no worry, Joe. I'm sorry about that. Have they released those? I've been waiting for them to be released so I can have OSTs. Do you like this arc? Oh, Darian. Are you referring to the manga arc or the anime arc? I like the anime arc. The manga arc is a train wreck waiting to happen, but so many people are comparing Izuku to Eren, and he'll keep moving forward. It's like these people aren't reading the series. Yeah, Izuku has way more agency than brainwashed at birth Eren. If you're like, I don't know, why would you compare him to Eren? Like Eren wasn't moving forward; he was being dragged forward, kicking and screaming. The poor guy was having trauma. The poor guy was having survivor's guilt. This is nothing like Eren. Ty, let me guess. It's Chibi Reviews. Do you think the Vestiges are telling Izuku to act this way? No. The Vestiges would be a little bit more. The Vestiges? Look, like, think about the way En treats Izuku, right? En tells Izuku to calm himself down. En tells Izuku to be careful. The Vestiges are probably not feeling great about this. We just don't know. It's likely that the Vestiges are going to be telling Izuku, like, hey, man, are you sure you want to be doing this? But they're at a point, like, they can't take control of his body. Because if they take control of his body, they're not going to be any different from All for One. So the best they can do is kind of tell him, hey, stop. Like, remember, like, the Vestiges aren't dying wills or anything like that. The Vestiges can cry. The Vestiges can feel bad. Like, you saw how Nana feels. There's no way that Nana, crying how she did, would be telling Izuku to be this much of a dick. But mind you, the situation here is, like, Izuku is acting out of fear. And he's probably telling them that this is the only way, and they have no choice but to go along with it. So do you think Y-Man is trying to save humanity, or going to try to kill people on Earth? You know, Chris, I have no idea. Like, Kirby asked me about this the other day, but I've got no idea about Y-Man. I don't know. I'm thrown off. Like, the way it asked, do you want to die, just makes me think, like, what are you? I don't know. Is it really an AI? I don't know what's the issue here. It must be like some kind, like, at the end of the day, like, Y-Man must be born from some kind of, we must preserve the beauty of the earth type thing. Now, at this point, I'm kind of thinking, like, maybe someone uploaded their mind into some computer on the moon, and that's how they get to act the way they do. Yeah, I don't know, man. I think Y-Man is trying to save the Earth, not save humanity. Oh, I gotcha, Leela. Yeah, that's fair. Oh, the end of the trailer says, and more villains, so it will happen without question. Oh, okay, gotcha. I haven't seen the trailer yet, but yeah, okay. I think the current art is also a bit frustrating, because despite the fact we know what the heroes are doing, and they're failing, we don't really know what the villains are planning. Yeah, I would agree with that. Like, it's frustrating in that degree. Personally, I don't really need to know what the villains are doing. I kind of like not knowing what villains are doing, just because then when they come up, it's kind of surprising. I don't really mind that, and the frustration, it's cool in a way that the frustration that we feel for not knowing about the villains is probably similar to the frustration that Izuku feels, right? So I think there's a meta value to that one, Jazz. But I don't know. I don't know if that personally bothers me too much to say like it's bad on the arc. Sorry, I kind of lost my thought there. My Red Academia is way too violent for Japanese little boys. Will they animate Shiki killing his family and Monchan? Rip Monchan, yeah, Rip Monchan. Um, no, they're gonna censor it, but there should be like it's not violent for the Shonen Jump demographic. Like the Shonen Jump demographic read it, right? Yeah, no, it'll be fine. It'll be fine. Like, it's not bloody. If there was a lot of blood, it'd be different, but there's not, because Shigaraki decays even the blood. Toga might be the weird one, but they're probably going to censor Toga a little bit. Um, yeah, I wouldn't be too worried about that. Like, it's selling in Shonen Jump, so it's fine. Apparently, looking edgy equals villain. God. I mean, it's nice that we live in such a basic world, right? Trip, imagine there was a racist subplot AOT and the main villain of the subplot was an enslaved covered in whipping scars. That's a villain I feel sorry for. Oh, you feel bad, and other villains deserved it other than Spinner. Oh, okay. I get you. I got you, Skelly. Yeah, I'd feel sorry for like an ex-slave. Yeah, I would feel sorry for that one. I'm trying to think of any other villains that I feel bad for. Yeah, it doesn't really happen. I feel bad for Twice. Ah, yeah, yeah, I do feel bad for Twice. I feel bad for Midnight too. And you might say she's not a villain, but let's all face it. She was one day of temptation away from being a villain. Hody might have. Okay, let's see. Hody might have inspired from his fan base to make the My Hero Academia public. Yeah, yeah, I would agree with that. Like, if there's one thing that's really robust in Hero Academia, it's the depiction of the public. Oh, the manga. Okay, so the manga arc. Um, I mean, I enjoy it as a reviewer. It's not my favorite arc. I'd rather just see the kids being kids, honestly, because this just, to me, the arc just looks like this is gonna end in Izuku learning a lesson and then moping about it for a little bit. And so knowing, feeling that that's gonna happen, if it does happen, I'm gonna be kind of depressed. But that's the only thing. Like, I, it's unfortunate that we are heading for a potential train wreck, and it's so obvious to everyone watching the situation. And it's unfortunate we can't stop it, right? Like, no one really wants to see this kind of thing happen so quickly. Deku still needs someone to help throw the villains he catches in jails, unless Stain's going to be Izuku's cleanup man and kill all the villains following him. Yeah, like that'd be interesting, honestly. I wonder if Endeavor will help Izuku out of his tunnel vision. Well, I don't know. Like with Endeavor right now, that last little bit in the chapter had Endeavor, bringing up Shoto because of the phone call and all that, and so right now Endeavor just seems so divorced from Izuku, just because like he is so far away from him in general, and he's kind of got to deal with the Dobby situation. I don't think Endeavor is gonna pull him out of it. I just don't think they have that kind of relationship. But I don't know. The author could surprise me on that one. That would be a legitimate surprise. I wouldn't mind it. But I just, for now, I'm not seeing that. I really think it's Stain's got one of the better shots, or one of the other kids. Oh, yeah, the camera area. Yeah, I have just things lit up here because I figured out how to deal with the birds. Um, yeah, I don't know about, but I think Anime Balls Deep was saying he was a villain. Oh, but Anime Balls Deep, they do sensational clickbait titles, right? The irony with Eren was that he wanted freedom, but he never had any agency or control. He was a slave of himself. Yeah, agreed. Deku gets a little cranky, and they're already calling him an Eren. Yeah, Deku's just being emo Peter Parker right now, as well as Peter from Spider-Man No More arc. Hody really needs to get off his stand. Ooh, Leela, that's brutal. Anime Balls Deep is the ultimate fake it gentleman, man. Ah, yes, he is. How long do you think the Endeavor training arc would be? I think about 3 to 4 episodes. Any more would be too much for my heart. I need to see Shigaraki versus Redestro so bad. I do want to see Shigaraki versus Redestro as well. Let me check. Let me see what we got for the official numbers here. Do I have any of my files open? No, I don't have any of my files open. Oh, wait. I'm just going to see if I can spot it. If you guys have the numbers for the arcs, or for the chapters in the arc, let me know. But I've got ending here. So, Endeavor Agency ends somewhere around 252. Let's see. Yeah, Endeavor Agency probably ends like around 256, right? So, if we have 256 and then the other one is Christmas. So 242 to 256. So that's 14 chapters. Divide that, so it's between 7 episodes to 4 episodes. Yeah, between 4 and 7 episodes. That's probably what it's going to be. So let me see what you wrote here. 3 to 4 episodes. So yeah, I'd say 4 to 7 episodes. Like 7 if you're doing 2 episodes per, or sorry, 2 chapters per episode, and 4 if you're doing a little bit more. God, there's a lot. I think that All Might is going to die by Shigaraki's hands. However, he will remain in the story because he will still talk to Izuku in the Vestige World. After All Might dies, Izuku's dad will be introduced. That'd be a good time. The answer is aliens are out to kill all intelligent life, and why man froze humans until the nearly galactic empire passes by to save us from extinction. Huh, okay. Do you think Dobby will be the one to kill Endeavor? Yeah, if Endeavor's gonna die, it's kind of gotta be by Dobby's hands, I would say, Joe. That would be the most appropriate, but I think it's more likely that Shoto's gonna die by Dobby's hands. Toga's getting the spider noise. Reference was the character in Ruby. Ah, I see, Skelly. Okay. Seeing Shiggy covered in blood laughing in the anime as a teaser made me want to jump through the screen and kiss him. It was a very nice looking scene, Leela. Trip, I got a question. I didn't search it up because I didn't want to spoil anything heavily. But where and why does Sanji leave a note? And it's taking 5 years for them to tell me. Oh, Sanji leaves a note because he has family drama right now, Omar. So he's going to go off somewhere to deal with the family drama. It's this giant big thing that revolves around Sanji's origins, Omar. It's kind of cool. It's kind of cool, right? Because they talk about Sanji's last name and all that. Like, sure, the actual character is irredeemable. The whole plot is bad. Oh, okay. Hey, you've poked out One Piece spoilers? Ah, yeah, Mega Green Kirby. We were talking about that earlier, me and Speed. How many episodes ETA until... Oh, so if you missed that Green Kirby, it would be roughly like... I think Ty said 3 to 4. I think, yeah, you know what? I'll revise. 3 to 7 episodes. 7 if you're doing 2 chapters per episode, and 3 to 4 if you're doing 3 chapters per episode. Mr. Freeze from Batman the Animated was such a tragic villain. His last words before he dies: "Believe me, you're the only one who cares." He says that after Batman Beyond tries to save him. Oh, I'm gonna go on a limb and say that this setup is leading into my simp theory. After Izuku learns the lesson and starts moping, that's when she gets left out and progresses. I mean, Viz, that was a good theory, right? That was a really good theory. I just want to like put that out there. Let's see. I think multiple villains will comment on Izuku currently, but it will take something big to make him really snap out of this. I could see him talking to Toga and Stain, but not overly changing from it. Yeah, I could see him... Okay, wait, let me just go back on this. I think we'll comment on Izuku, but it will take something big. Yeah, okay, no, I agree with that. I think it will take something big to snap him from it. But talks with Stain could help. Because Stain could come in during a big moment. But, Jazz, like my big... If I was looking at this just from the perspective of other stories, All Might dying is the big moment, or All Might getting critically injured is the big moment that I think snaps him out of this. But like, All For One needs to so thoroughly throttle Izuku that Izuku has like a crisis of character. Because Izuku is just, like, the kid is just too stupid right now, man. Like, you don't walk away from the one guy that understands how to do this. And man, believe me, I wanted to talk about Ochako in that last video. because when Izuku leaves his support system, this is the problem with Ochako. This is the other problem. Sorry, because there's many problems with Ochako's rhetoric, right? Yeah, it's great that we want to get to a point where heroes that are suffering are being helped, but what happens when the hero doesn't want help, right? Because this is Izuku. There's nothing in the world that's going to prevent that. And unfortunately, in Hero Academia, we've seen Horikoshi's style on this. In Hero Academia, the people that help people realize things are usually not heroes. It's the villains. And the big example is Koda from the summer camp. Koda does not change his mind until he's put in danger, which is like really that's a mindset that's shared with many people in the world. People don't really understand things until they've been put in danger themselves. So I'm laughing about it only because of how depressing of a thought it is. But yeah, no. Going back to this, it's not going to be a hero that's going to stop Izuku. Well, actually, your best shot might be Bakugo, maybe yelling at Izuku hardcore, but that might not be enough for Izuku. It's going to be a villain, like, really breaking that kid down. I mean, it'd be nice if Stain could be the one to break through to Izuku. It would be nice if it could be All Might or Endeavor. But right now, I definitely see catastrophic mistake for Izuku being the thing that makes him reevaluate. Like a really good reevaluation point would just be flatly if All For One attacks Yue. Like he pulls Izuku out so far and then he's like, oh, psych, I sent my army to Yue. Way to go, hero. Right? That would be the best way to break Izuku, I think, as well. If you're not going to kill off All Might, attack Yue. Because then Izuku's fundamental premise here, that being that All For One's going after me, will just hit him in the face so hard, he'll have to change his mind about it. It's like All Might stopped 25, Endeavor stopped 30, and the Fear of All Might prevented 25, and the other top 10 covered 10%. Yes, I believe that's probably how it went down. Villain arc is about 20 chapters. If it's 20 chapters, 6 episodes. Between 6 to 10 episodes. It's not going to be more than 10 episodes. If it's 20 chapters, it's not going to be more than 10 episodes. It's probably between 6 to 10. I miss moments like Izuku saving Koda, saying my hero. I miss moments like All Might beating up the first Nomu. I miss Endeavor beating Hood. I miss the boys beating Stain. Yeah, that was a pretty good one. Stain is going to start watching over Izuku instead of All Might. Yes, I feel like that's a pretty good possibility. Point is, in the My Hero Academia anime, where are our moments? I hate this. Oh man, Leela, you're going through a lot. All Might's feats are freakish. Gave everyone the feeling of a surplus of heroes. Now All Might is suddenly gone. Now they are screwed. Yes. Trip, Shigi looks so good in the anime scene. Are there any more female Shigi stands? I think there are, man. Oh, hey Patanoise, they say hello to the Bird 1 Bird. Ah, you know the names. Yes, Bird 1 and Bird 2. I have them locked away, but they're still squawking. I was very pleased to see Shigaraki with the white hair in the anime. I know everyone online says that the anime messed up and that he was always supposed to have white hair, but that's not really true considering... Oh god. Where is that? Okay. That he has light blue hair on the cover of Volume 3. Oh, okay. I never really care about anime. Like, I don't care about colors in anime. Like, it's not that big of a deal. Sometimes I'm also a little bit colorblind. Trip, I'm weird. I love when people roast what I love, and I love Shigi and Baku. Do you think you can roast them? I mean, Bakugo roasts himself. The guy can't carry a normal conversation. Like, no one wants to be this guy's friend. And for Shigaraki, why... I'll have to come up with that one. Like, well, Shigaraki's a man-child. Like, I've roasted Shigaraki before, right? He's the guy that stands on the shoulders of giants and then says that he's the one that's amazing. Says that he's the one that's actually 6 foot tall. He's not. Shigaraki's a chump. He's just there to be All For One's little body vessel. What human would believe there was a near galactic empire passing by? And if they did, would it want to be frozen? They'd stupidly want to fight. Thus, freezing him was the only answer. Fair. Fair. And he was found by the governments of the world to mass produce the Medusas. I want to know Dobby's thoughts about League of Venus Person. I know he says he used them to Hawks. Or are you wondering if there's more to it? I feel like Dobby's insane enough that he might legitimately not care. I mean, like, ultimately, when you have your friend die and you're using that as footage to bring down your dad, I think it's pretty obvious that you only have your dad in your sights and no one else really gets involved. Ooh, curveball theory. It's true. If it's true, I get back. Oh yeah, of course. The person will shake Izuku out of tunnel vision, could potentially be Shigaraki himself. This theory is based simply on the fact that Shigaraki is the one who usually causes Izuku to question his current beliefs. This was the case after the discussion in Mall, and it was also the case after the war. Okay. Okay. Alright. Alright. But, there's other people that cause Izuku to question his beliefs, like Night Eye. Night Eye caused Izuku to question his beliefs, and then Mirio caused Izuku to question his beliefs so thoroughly that Izuku started believing what he initially believed before Night Eye talked to him. Um, let's face it, like, Izuku is an impressionable character. There's a lot of people that cause Izuku to question his, not a lot, but Izuku starts questioning things pretty quickly. I like the idea of catastrophic mistake. Attack UA is my jam. I think that Izuku has yet to escape the mindset of trying to prove his worth to his ability to save people. This was All Might's crisis at chapter 257. Oh, Mega, what do you say about One Piece? Okay, we talked about Speed asked if there were more traders within Kaido's crew, and I was just thinking, like, I really hope not. I mean, who's who? I'm pretty excited to see that he's like CP9 and all that kind of stuff. I'm excited to see what this issue with the Devil Fruit. I do feel Mega Green Kirby like this is another one of Oda's conservation tactics, where he's trying to shove in a storyline that he had an idea for. He's shoving it into this arc just so he can get through it faster. For an example, Mega Green Kirby, just to let you know of how Oda rushes One Piece. Sorry. He has ideas, and like for Punk Hazard, originally the Fire Island and Ice Island were two separate islands. He squashed them together. Greenbit was like this as well. Greenbit was his own separate island, but he combined it with Dressrosa. So that kind of stuff, right? So he combines elements together to go through it faster. Overall, seeing that Who's Who has this connection, I'm hoping we get the battle. And I'm hoping that Black Maria has maybe a storyline as interesting as this one. I don't care for Sasaki. And Ulti and page 6 or page 1, I forget what his name is. But Pepe. I don't think they have any more storyline. But I'm very interested in this whole situation with CP9. Stain or Endeavor will go, but I would like Endeavor because he will know what I like and how it hurts his friend and family. Okay, I actually see Stain liking the new Deku and his vision of a true hero. Might ask to join him on his crusade. Well, I feel like this might be a wake-up call for Stain. I'm hoping. Let's see. Bako had to bully the only guy that could stand him. Yes, the ending of the first part was good. I wonder the second half coming. I'm guessing September, October, when the second half is going to happen. I actually kind of wonder about September or October. We'll know probably by next week. I also saw there's going to be a live thing on Tuesday, I believe, on the 29th. So maybe we'll know by Tuesday. But I'm excited. I'm excited to see. Let's see. Did you have anything else there? They're probably going to cover Volume 2 and Volume 3. And they're probably going to end off on Volume 1's epilogue for the second half of the season. Can we all agree that Izuku be looking like Spawn? People were saying that, Puzzle and Dragons. People were saying that. I think that in his dark moment will be that in anger, Izuku will brutally kill All For One and break his principles and strengthen the vestige in Shigaraki. Now, that one, I hope not, because that would be like full on Izuku did the exact same thing that All Might did. But when All Might did it, the good thing is that Gran Torino was still with him, but now if Izuku's by himself, I really hope Izuku isn't the one to finish off All For One. I personally am really in love with the idea of Shigaraki finishing off All For One. But it would be pretty dark if it ends up going into Izuku being the one to kill him. I wonder if Stain or Izuku's classmate or even a villain will say that Izuku is acting like a true hero. I don't know. Because, like, I don't care about the image, right? Going out, protecting people despite how hurt you are, saving people, stopping villains. I don't know about you, but that sounds like a true hero to me. Doing all this at cost to yourself, sacrificing yourself to this degree, I don't know. If you're looking at this just from the aesthetics, I mean, mind you, like, Hero Academia society is basic enough to just judge Izuku based on how he looks, but this doesn't seem to me like... Yeah, I don't think anyone that actually cares about the situation would say that Izuku's not being a true hero. Bright Despair said, after the discussion in the mall, Izuku came to the that All Might also was unable to save everyone. After Shigaraki's mom about society began to realize that society was not simply black and white and in fact had many gray areas, as shown in Izuku's fight with Nagant. But White Despair, like, Izuku already started thinking about that because he had many other events that kind of led to that opinion. Like when he knows about the tough situation with Endeavor's family, right? Like, Izuku's been aware of black and white for a while, but the Shigaraki moment to me was more like a crystallization of it, or like an activation of all those memories. Because ultimately, Izuku falls back to some of those memories when he's talking about it. Is 86 a mecha anime? I'd say it's a sci-fi anime more, Joe. There's not enough focus on the robots to actually say it's a mecha anime. And no, Mega Green Kirby, I didn't see Zonin's video about the One Piece spoilers. I was only referring to like the chapter spoilers. Are there more spoilers, Mega Green Kirby? Okay, let's see. Trip, in Zo, Carrot first fought Zoro and Zoro got scared. Does that mean Carrot is stronger? Because if Zoro is weaker, then a furry... No. Zoro... That was just like, you know... If he got scared, that was just a momentary startle. It's not that big of a deal. It's just probably because new abilities. All Might turn to Endeavor. How my successor is acting more like you than me. Oh, man. Trip, are you saying the Hero Society are optic cucks? Well, I wouldn't say cucks. But if you're asking, are you saying the Hero Society people are based on optics and judge books by their cover? Yes. Yes. These people are the worst. Hero Academia Society, by and large, is extremely superfluous. There we go. They only look at the superficial elements. There's no real degree of depth in the majority of Hero Academia Society. What if I super ironic with Izuku leaving All Might is that they were remembering the same event with Night Eye and yet interpreting it completely differently. Izuku doesn't get that he is All Might. Yeah, I agree. I'm also really anticipating Toga's reaction to new Izuku. Would she actually want to talk to him in this state? Well, that would be a really big moment for Toga if she could keep it in, under control enough to talk to Izuku. Izuku wanting to save villain's mentality comes to a resolution once he fought Shigaraki. Agreed. My point was that when Izuku mentions how he was... It's not simply black or white. He thinks back to the words Shigaraki. Okay. Yeah, no, I agree with that. I completely agree with that. I completely agree that Shigaraki is a big instigator for Izuku. Despite Izuku's recent development, I am actually missing two-way more and more every chapter. There are many things that need to be addressed with them, especially how it was left off. Poison Tree, whatever you want addressed, just, take it and throw it away. Throw it into the wind and hope that it reaches Horikoshi. At this point, we really shouldn't be expecting anything more from Horikoshi. Like, seriously, guys, look, I advocate for this only because this is what happens with every Shonen Jump series. Whatever you want that isn't focused on the main character, just don't expect it and be pleased when you get like a tenth of what you wanted. It's just not going to happen. And look, I know, really pessimistic, but if I'm proven wrong, then I'm only going to win because I'm going to be very happy if Horikoshi does anything worthwhile. But yeah, Poison Tree, I feel for ya. I want to see more with those kids, but Horikoshi right now only cares about the pro heroes and Izuku. Wait. Luffy's Devil Fruit is the one that who fell to keep? Oh, sorry, failed to keep? Seriously? Sorry, I have... Okay, you know what? I'm gonna go to Manga Helpers. Is that a theory or is that real? I'm gonna go to Manga Helpers. I used a different site for the spoilers, and that site usually is a little bit slow. I didn't think that there would be that many One Piece spoilers out already, though. One Piece. Let's see. 1 second. Just gonna load up One Piece. The error is related to a devil fruit that the world government had. I'm seeing pictures. Seems to be okay. Queen's hybrid design on the subject. Read chapter 1 of One Piece again. Oh, this is right on the subject of the devil fruit that is discussed at the end. Read chapter 1 of One Piece again. Huh. Oh my gosh. Really? They screwed up with a devil fruit. Oh god, I hope Roger didn't have that devil fruit. Is it wrong that I want more? Oh, no, nothing wrong with that, random. Stain seeing Izuku like this is kind of hero Stain thought he wanted, but seeing a kid like this makes him think he could be wrong. Yeah, probably. And yeah, Mega, I just found that spoiler. Trip, why I feel like Batman versus Bane, he realized all the villains to cause trouble tired him out, then break him, then a time skip. Oh, okay. I see what you're saying, going rogue. So break him in a time skip. I hope we don't get any more time skips, personally. Like, I'm okay with like a few weeks, but I hope we don't get a big one. Trip, what do you think about them nerfing Naruto and Sasuke in a new Boruto series? Like, okay, you know what? Boruto isn't like a really high tier series. Like low tier series, the easy way to make things still matter in terms of stakes is to limit your heavy hitting characters. I personally am not a fan of it. Like, come on, these guys went through so much and they were able to survive and keep getting stronger. Not a fan of it. I think it's a pretty weak way of making Boruto relevant. Like, there are many ways that you can make a high tier character still work in a series and still make that series have stakes. Yeah, it requires a little bit more effort, but it can be done. Yeah, I'm not a fan of it, Joe. You know, it's pretty basic. Oh, hey, Gohan. Let's see. I want Izuku to die. Okay, Omar. At the current rate of the series, I'm considering that the end of Begin was chapter 95. Do people think the series could end roughly in chapter 400? Ah, Jazz, my prediction is between chapter 400 and 500. Let's see. I just want One Piece to end already so we don't have a Berserk fan moment. Yeah, no. Oda, the thing is, Oda has told people what the One Piece is. So ideally, if Oda dies, someone's going to come out and say, this is what the One Piece is. But dear God, if someone tells me that the One Piece is the spirit of adventure and the friends we made along the way, I will riot. I don't want that answer. I want it to be something tangible, please. Like, oh, it's this funny joke that Joy Boy wrote. I would be quite happy for that. Cool Hody can care about Izuku and the pros. Just bring in our villains. I need more than what he has been giving us. Leela, unfortunately, he's starving you in the same way he's starving Izuku. You just gotta hold on. If you break before Izuku, Leela, it's not gonna look really good on you. Don't break before Izuku, Leela. You're better than him. If Wyman wasn't protecting us from something, there would be no reason to just have us frozen for eons. But staying to... Yeah, no, I think he's protecting the Earth. Speaking of spoilers, any Black Clover spoilers? Well, let me check. Now that we're looking. Black Clover. Unfortunately, no Juju Kai yet. We'll have to wait a bit. Oh, I have to do a Black Clover video. I forget. We will do a Black Clover video another time. Let's see. Spoilers. Yeah, I don't see any spoilers for Black Clover over on Manga Helpers, so not yet, I would say, random. It depends on if the page is changed a bit after Izuku clears up his anxiousness. I like Himawari more than Boruto, mostly because I want to see her relationship with Tail Beast. Yeah, I'd like to see that. Villains should attack All Might while Izuku's away. That'll teach Izuku to not become a loner. Yeah. Like, leaving All Might exposed like that ain't a smart move in any which way. But I think Izuku's hoping that All Might can take care of himself enough. Oh, hey, Anime Miss. Who here remember the time DC Warner Bros. Got mad because people assumed Batman and Robin were a gay couple? I don't remember that at all. Oh, Chip, I believe next week will be last episode of Odd Taxi. Oh, okay. Let's see. Himawari should have been the MC. Okay, let's see. Himawari one-shot Naruto and have Kurama scared. Yep. I remember that. I still tripping about Izuku revealing the truth of his quirk to his class. I know he trusts his class, but if just one told some other student you way during this crisis, all for one may rush his plans. Yeah, but I think that was a moment of saying like these kids aren't gonna betray Izuku. I would love to see if they do though, because that'd be funny in its own way. I think we're not getting Class 1A in the manga because when they show up, they would have been stronger with new moves as if they went through a time skip. Oh, I see what you're saying. That would be pretty interesting, Rotson. Like if Horikoshi ends up saying that it's been 2 months since we last saw these kids, I 100% expect new moves from them, only because they're on the field and in 1 year they got so many new moves. Okay, so at minimum this episode will cover 243, 244, and half of 240 since Burning was showcased. 246 will most likely have a majority of its chapter skipped unless they want to ruin the Doctor reveal. Oh, no, they're probably going to skip that too, man. They're probably going to skip that. Oh, Omar. I'm not talking about it now. Gohan, no, not much. Trip, how mad do you think the people in Megalobox will be during Joe, since Joe will be entering the ring with gear on? I wouldn't be mad at all. Like, Joe's past his prime, and like the moment you had Chief leaving behind his gear for Joe, and it's a defensive gear, it was obvious. Did you think that gear wasn't going to be used? Come on, man. Basic storytelling. The moment that Mac was revealed to be an immigrant, the moment you have the hummingbird in every part of the story, the moment you have Chief dying and leaving that thing for Joe, it was 100% guaranteed Joe was getting back in the ring wearing that gear. Yeah, nah, man. Nah. Like, I'm not. How could you be mad? This is going to be a great moment. I would be really annoyed if UA doesn't get attacked. UA became shelter for the students' families. He made civilians without the safety of the hero shelters. Too much setup. Yeah, no, Jazz. I feel like it's very likely that we're going to be there. I think someone did say One Piece was something tangible. I heard some video. What do you think about Dragon Ball Super? Man, I love Dragon Ball Super, Mega Green Kirby. Look, I've got everything I wanted out of Dragon Ball Z Mega. So with Dragon Ball Super, I'm only getting dessert. And I have a sweet tooth, and I can enjoy dessert forever. I really don't care. I don't care what Dragon Ball Super does. I'm just happy to see the characters doing stuff. Like, I'm at that phase where I just want to see those characters I grew up with have a fun time. And because Dragon Ball Super is idealistic, or Dragon Ball in general is idealistic, I know I'm always going to be happy. Because Dragon Ball doesn't really have any real consequences, I'm always going to be happy. I'm always going to enjoy it. That's my perspective. I've gotten old with Dragon Ball. Does anyone know why Hunter x Hunter goes under hiatus? I believe it's Dragon Quest. Bad back as well. Speaking of official, where's my Digimon Survived use banned by Namco? Oh, I'm sorry, Anime Miss. I think that 2A could grow a lot stronger in 2 months, though I'd like to see some setup to show them going in the mindset to train. I feel that, Jazz. I feel that. Let's see, I'm worried about how the new intro song has happy vibes. It doesn't suit my... I'm worried about it's going to get skipped entirely. And maybe they animate extra materials like team-up missions. Nah, Rotson, we've been talking about that. The soundtracks are available, as Sarge has talked about. And there have been promo images of the villains. I don't think it's going to get skipped. I just think they're going to make... I think what they're ultimately trying to do at this point in time is make My Villain Academia the finale for the season. Did you see the new Rick and Morty episode? Oh, yeah, I did. I loved it. I thought it was great. Well, we know the Class of 2A are going to be on top of the charts since they've been completely scrubbed, and most on the charts are meh. I meant the latest chapters. Oh, Mega. Dang it. Oh, gotcha. Okay, gotcha, Mega. So for Dragon Ball Supers, I'm interested. I'm really interested with the whole thing. I especially liked Vegeta's provocation to Granola, whatever his name is. I'm glad that they figured out that they were being played. And for Granola, I'm actually really happy to see a character that actually wished for incredible power from the dragon. I'm actually really happy to see someone pull it off and come up and become the strongest warrior in Universe 7. I'm extremely excited. And I like the little trick he pulled in the last recent chapter. So far, for Dragon Ball standards, I've enjoyed this whole situation with Granola. I don't know why the birds are going crazy over there. Let's see. Just a matter of how and what Hody does with it. Perfect opportunity to have the characters shine. The author of Hunter is married to the author of Sailor Moon. Yep, can't believe Bakugo is pretty much a side character at this point. Don't worry, Jazz. He'll come back. Okay, gotcha, Omar. Deku thing was knowing quirks and weaknesses. Now he got power. He dumb. We talk about All for One, but Izuku is making him look smart. Yeah. Well, like, it looks bad in this one just because Izuku's playing into what All for One wants. Black Clover does the best with its side characters at Shonen. Yep. In case you haven't been keeping up with Kaguya, a new girl's entered the fray. No, that sounds annoying. I know that there's a Horimiya. Okay, birds. Birds. Gosh, man. Alright, guys, give me 1 second. They're, like, going a little bit too crazy. 1 second. I will never understand why they're like this. Alright. I'm just hoping that the fact we're not seeing 2A yet means they'll have such an epic entrance eventually. Okay, actually, that's a good question. How would you feel if, like, we get 2A again, but we return to them and they, let's say, they come in moping around at school? Are you guys going to feel disappointed if that's when we see them again, moping around at school? Or are you going to be happy if we see some of them come in by saving Izuku, like have Bakugo, Shoto, and Ida, my personal pet theory, show up and save Izuku? Which one are you more... What would make you sad with 2A? And what are you hoping for 2A re-entry? Yes, and thank you, Sarge. He's putting the My Villain Academia OSTs in the stream chat on the Discord. Personally, don't think it'll have, at least not in this arc, usually coincides with My Hero Academia spoilers. Gotcha Speed. Mr. Nimbus became one of my favorite characters. He literally controls the police. He controls the police! Yeah, no, Mr. Nimbus, I liked it when he came in for the save. I gotta say, I always love the otherworld plot in Rick and Morty. And, Ty, I don't know, have you seen, what is it? Oh, shoot. Solar... Oh, God, what's it called? There's that cartoon that they do with the aliens. What? Polar opposites? Solar opposites. Is it solar opposites? I think it's solar opposites. But yeah, I love the episodes focusing on like some kind of split. So for this one, Morty and having that other world where like the time dilation was happening, I found that so fun. That was great. That was definitely one of my favorite episodes of Rick and Morty. Anyone else think the Celestial Dragon system is really stupid? Yes, Joe. I think it's really stupid, but I think the vast majority of the world also thinks it's really stupid. It's, like it's a system built on ignorance, right? Oh, sorry, divine ignorance. Anyone? Okay, no, I got that. One Piece is a swim gear that makes Devil Fruit users swim again. The whole control of the police thing was absolutely hilarious. Yes. I want the One Piece to be a mechanism to create all blue. Oh, right. I remember this theory, Speed. Yeah, that's a good one, too. How many episodes do you think Endeavor's Agency and My Villain Academia will be? My Villain Academia felt so long, will it be squeezed in nicely? Maybe cliff and continue next season? Yes, Animators, we talked about this. Endeavor Agency, I'm thinking between 4 to 7. And for Villain Academia, it's going to be less than 10 episodes. But roughly, maybe 7 to 10 episodes is what I'm thinking. Do they want crackers? I can't feed them crackers, unfortunately. Let's see. Jazz said an attack on UA is hopefully going. Oh, Jazz said to White Despair, an attack on UA is hopefully going to be something that has a lot of explicit build-up. I like that you put explicit there because I was about to say, Jazz, that there has been little build-up with the way that people talk about how UA is amazing because it's UA. Uh, but yeah, it'll be nice if we get a nice warning. It's why still think the Black Clover anime will be back in a year or two. Oh yeah, Gohan. Just look at what happened with Fairy Tail. Fairy Tail went to hiatus for a little while, and then it came back. It's probably gonna come back. Why does one get a bird? I've always wondered why people get those as pets because getting one is something I would never think to do. Well, Joe, I can give you like multiple opinions. The bird's owners, she just likes birds, so she has the birds. She wishes that she trained them better, but she didn't. So that's what we're stuck with now. But when I was a kid, like I had a chicken infestation that I cared for. I loved them, and we also had many birds. We did a lot of smuggling back in the day, so we ended up with a lot of tropical birds. Anyway, with the tropical birds, we kept them just because it was cool to be. I think at peak we had like over 300 birds in our like cage shed, and then yeah, we had them, we sold them. Like it was a little bit of a pet shop operation, really. Oh yeah, Beth and Jerry B plot was pretty good, guys. I'd be okay if we returned to 2A being depressed. That's what I want to see. I think they need to build up to them having a cool moment. A cool moment would be fine, but I like the build up to it. Okay, probably 4 to 5 episodes. That could cover at least 3 chapters of the 12, so we're already 1/4 of the way done. I recommend Freeing at the funeral, MC Elf learning how to enjoy her time amongst the short-lived companions, like Omni Man with reverting back to and try to conquest them. Okay. Let's see. I like how when Slime died, Milim and Shion have a mini rivalry going on. Yes. I remember back during joint training, when people online were theorizing that the League of Relics would interrupt the arc and attack UA in order to celebrate Chapter 200. Oh yeah, I remember those days. Man, people just love to chase the edge. Wait, is Tiandre gone? Oh, night Tiandre. If they are moping around the school, it'll be great to see Bakugo as the one to get them moving full of energy again. Yeah, it would be. And I would, if that happens, 100%, I would come in there and be like, so, Ochako, who helps heroes when they're suffering? Well, unfortunately, in this case, Bakugo. When his friends are suffering, Bakugo yells at them to stop being stupid. Oh, Ochako's just set up for so much failure. I love it. I really do love it. I'm pretty sure Izuku's saying stupid Izuku and train because he will be healing his injury and waiting until Eri could use her rewind on Noizawa. I'm not so sure about the final episode of this season of So I'm a Spider, So What? Random Trainer, I'm pretty sure this one's going to be a reveal episode where it connects the past and the present. I'm pretty sure that's what's going to happen. The One Piece is wealth, fame, and power. That's what we keep hearing over and over since Chapter 1, Episode 1. But what if the One Piece is the control of the world government, celestial dragons, and to unlock it, you need a straw hat to unlock it? Man, that'd be so weird. The wall episodes were great. Also, Nardi. Ah, yes. So, yeah, I did get it. Solar opposites. Narnia World could be its own show. Morty wiped out civilization for wine and still doesn't get Jessica. He got so close, though. Hey, Trip. Back around right after... Did you see people arguing that Metroid Dread isn't worth $60? No, I didn't see those arguments, but I wouldn't be surprised. That said, people typically get like this when it comes to platformers. That's why I personally don't really care. I want 2A appearing like Izuku going to a crime scene, but Bakugo and others already resolved it. Oh, that'd be cool. Oh, so you own peacocks too? Oh, no. No big birds, because then we would have gotten caught. We had just a lot of small birds that we could shove in a shed. We treated them humanely. I say shove in a shed for the comedic factor, but they were treated humanely. We had a very low percentage of early bird death. They were all fine. They were great. They were lovely. They all had many eggs. It was a great time. We had very pretty birds. They were nicely cared for. They all lived to the natural lifespan. It was good. Maybe only a small percentage died, but that's naturally just because they get sick and that happens. We had medicine from that we also smuggled in. It was all good. It was all good. At this point, just remember, I was born in Cuba. So let's not all freak out here. This is just a reality of how the world works. Trip, the new girl in Kaguya is gamer buddies with Ishigami. Apparently, she's a popular girl in the school, given the nickname the male students gave her. Miko's person says it all. Okay, I might check that out. Horror part is the comparison they make to indie games. Yeah. On Trip, I think you see Ochako the same way I see All for One, being set up for massive and immediate failure. The sheer confidence you seem to have reminds me of myself. You know, White Despair, I always thought that you were, you just I liked you quite a lot, and now I get it. It's the confidence. But I support you with the whole All for One thing now. Like, yeah, I am 100% on your bandwagon. I don't agree with how All for One falls, but I do agree with you now that All for One's like gonna be the final villain here. Like ultimately, like 100%, I'm with you on that one. I'm not gonna back away from that thought either. I think White Despair is right. All for One's going down at the end of whatever this arc is. Mega Green Kirby says, Trip, you have read the Spider Light novel? Yeah, I did a quick read while I was on transit the other day. I had a long commute, just a long commute, and I was reading volume 5. So Mega Green Kirby, I had read the manga up to completion, like way back when Slime, sorry, not Slime, when Spider started, and then after the last episode, I jumped to volume 5 to just quickly go through it. I just wanted to know what was going to happen next. Bird death? Yeah, no, so if anyone wants to know, sometimes birds, when they're born, they just, they're a little bit too weak. Sometimes they just don't get enough heat from the parents. So it usually happened, very early on. It would usually be like maybe 1 in 100 hatchlings would die, and that's just normal. Like in chickens too. In chickens, there's about 1 or 2 chicks that come out that just don't survive. They're like the runts of the litter kind of thing. They don't survive. Like even those ones, when I would like with the chickens, it was a little bit more involved because like with the small birds, you're not going to be able to save them in time, and there's no way to save them because those ones come out and they don't have any feathers. Chicks come out with feathers. But because the nests of island fowl are so hidden in the bush, it takes a while to find them, and the rats might find them before I do. So even with those ones, like I would go out and try to find them because they'd be calling the whole day, and if I find them, great. But then like the process of keeping them alive was always just arduous. Like I can count on one hand how many I was able to save, and I can count, well, I can't count on one hand. I would need a large sheet of paper to count how many I failed to save. But that's how it goes when you're raising island fowl. I was curious why the author had Ida receiving gold as a gift. Ochako should have had it. Yeah, Aqua, that's an interesting one, but it's because Ochako was going to receive the present from Izuku. Surprisingly, the manga for Plunder has updated. Oh, wow. Well, now it's 12 for me, so I'm officially... God, I'm getting old. Screw you, Sarge. But, congratulations, Sarge. Congratulations. Congratulations, man. I hope you have one more year till you get your first debuff. But, Sarge, I wish you the best. I hope you have a good birthday, man. Yeah, I only wish you the best, guy. Now, I don't think Ochako will give up his Izuku plushie for the gold bars. I mean, she already forgot about her family problems in the story. Poison Tree, very good observation. You know a bad anime series I enjoy is Killing Bites. Have you seen it? Oh, yeah, I know Killing Bites. I sometimes look up the summaries just to see what was going on. Several stuff was skipped from the story novels. You see those. Oh, were there? Bro, calm down. No one's accusing you of bird abuse. Oh, okay, cool. It's just really hard, Akko. I don't mind telling the stories. I don't think she forgot about her family issues. Just the solution to her family issue is simply get good. Yes, maybe Chako wouldn't want the old bar because it cheapens her moving toward earning her money from hero work. Let's see. When All for One says, because it's my turn and my turn will never end, I just see him raising his own flags. Oh, yeah, definitely. I got to the end of the comments. Had to go through that very quickly. Alright, cool. Thoughts on the summer event Samurai Boss? Magu Kenki? Yeah, I like it. I think it's pretty cool. I enjoyed fighting it. quite a lot. With Joe saying, I know the feeling being closer to 13 than 17. We all used to be so young, guys. But now look at where we are. Oh, Sarge, that's, you lasted quite a bit on killing bites then. Oh, damn it. Trip, did Luffy get Gear 5? No, Omar, not yet. Maybe ask me again in 10 weeks. Trip, are you excited to see the Arachne form of Kumiko next season? No, I've already seen it. I spoiled myself. I know what it looks like. I'm pretty happy with what it is. And I know, like, I don't need to see it in the anime form. Like, seeing it in the light novel form was quite alright for me, you know? Yeah. Like, the other reason I'm not very excited about it, Vance, is because, like, you've seen the anime, right? Like, the anime recently has not been doing great. So I'm not feeling it. Oh, right. I forgot my strategy for this one. Just gonna bring them over here. Oh, God, no. That's the wrong one.
Wouldn't gliding be faster?
Okay. Come on. Come on, Red. Okay, cool. That'll do.
Time for takeoff.
Good. God damn it. God damn it. God damn it. I hate this guy so much. I won't be able to play this while we're doing stream. There's just no way around it. I wonder if Eddie become a hero, she will fight with the sword like the one got for Christmas, or All for One is telling us even if she get access, she wins anyway. What's the most awkward moment you've had on anyone walking in on you watching anime? Me? None. Well, not with my parents, because like if I'm watching anime, I'm not watching it in any way my parents could see that I'm watching it. Let's think. The most awkward moment in anime. Oh, like maybe my friend seeing that I was watching Interspecies Reviewer. But she's young, so I can just be like, oh, yeah, you know, it's just anime doing what anime does. I've never been in a situation where I've been caught out with anime doing something strange. I mean, like, there's been times I was watching Game of Thrones, and that was significantly more awkward. Let's see. Oh, hey, Spade. Do you think Sephiroth is evil? I think Sephiroth is evil. Question of the day, Final Fantasy spoilers. Also, Final Fantasy 9 is getting an animated series. Yeah, it's going to be for kids, right? Grade schoolers. If you read the manga, the B scenes were skipped. Ah, yes, I know the B scenes. Also, MC and Spider met several other groups of humans. She beat Mother before meeting Sophia. She did guerrilla battles against the spiders and Ariel and the puppets. And the way she killed many was different. She beat 7 of 11. Arachniform was just shown a few days ago in the manga, and the manga version is different. Okay. So you're saying you're feeling it now, Mr. Crab? Yeah, Mega, I do know that the manga had different things. I didn't read the early parts of the novel, but I do know that there were changes. I hope there's a new studio for next season. Current studio is really dropping the ball the last few episodes. Ida tried to kill Stain. Shoto called the Shiba police a mutt, and Uraraka come for money. And Izuku will Night Eye poster and also kill 3 people, so I think he will kill All for One. Well, I personally really hope he doesn't. I bet Arachniform will be in the last episode. Kumiko, I agree with that. Personally, it's the fact that he says it's my turn will never end that really makes you think that he won't be around for a long time. Except he will be because the vestige will be empowered, you know? Let's see. Ochako's family's probably doing fine. Her dad's phone is ringing off the hook, most likely. Well, actually, like they're in an apocalypse, so they probably aren't getting that much work now, but they're going to get a lot of work later. Oh, Omar, sorry. Haven't touched Spiral Abyss since I completed 4.8, and with every change they make to it makes me want to do it less and less. Oh no, Viz. I recently tried using Venti. Well, as you saw, I had Venti there. And Venti did trivialize a few of it. Especially with the current boon. What female character, anime character, would you want to be trapped on an island with and why? Ty. I know where this is coming from, Ty. Ty, I know last week we talked about you wanting to be on an island with Melaleuona. So, I'm glad that you're like following up on that question. Let's see. What female anime character would you want to be trapped on an island with, and why? Oh, Rotson's been caught reading Momo X Shoji fanfic on illegal websites. Interesting. Interesting. I will open Ty's question to everyone else. I would love to know what you guys think. What would be your anime girl pick? Okay, but let's see. What female anime character would you want to be trapped on an island with, and why? What do I want to be trapped on an island with? Do I want someone useful? Do I want someone cool? Like, really, you should go with the one that's going to help you improve yourself and become better. But there's many people that do that. Nico Robin. Let's see. I know I just got here, but is this what heaven looks like? Oh, hello, Saber. If this is what heaven looks like, I'm sorry. I don't want you to set your sights higher. This is not what heaven looks like. This is the den of degeneracy. Let's see. I don't know. You know, okay, actually, my first thought when I saw the question was Lusamin from Pokemon. That was just my first thought. There wasn't any real thought behind it. It was just like the knee-jerk response. I know, I'm pretty basic. Sue me. Let's see. Me and my mom watched Food Wars together, so she literally doesn't care about whatever awkward anime moments she could walk in on. Oh, that's good. Omar, I feel that. Worst one for me was watching High School DxD, and my grandmother walked in on me watching it, a fan service scene. Yeah, like, I don't know how you guys set yourselves up to be caught watching anime. Like, when I was a kid, like, watching anime was something I did really in secret. I was kind of hiding in the closet pretty much with watching anime. It's just, I don't want anyone to see it, and I didn't want anyone to make fun of it. So I just kept it to myself, kind of thing. But then again, you guys know I'm like super private. I make sure to take my laptop to my bed with headphones before watching anything that's ecchi. See, Sarge is smart. Personally, I'm expecting that the vest to get permanently destroyed. We already were shown that Shigaraki can temporarily destroy it, and All For One said himself that can destroy the very... Okay, let's see. Can destroy the very... Where are you? Oh, there we go. Rules of the Vestige Realm. Based on this, I personally think that Shigaraki will permanently destroy All For One's vestige. Oh! Well, White Despair, I don't like that, so I disagree with you. But we'll see. That's a really good point. I just wonder if All For One's gonna let Shigaraki like pump himself up that strong. Bro, being looks at Kuja, then looks at Zidane. And what is your favorite JRPG of all time? Mine, Xenogears. Favorite JRPG of all time? Probably gonna be like well, not my favorite, but maybe like the Tales of series. Technically Pokemon's a JRPG as well. They are cranky. Guys, yeah, I think we'll call it in like 10 minutes. And Viz, I'll just make a separate response video for that thing, for the response to Oceaniz and those people. Or that guy, Oceaniz and that podcast thing. I'll do a separate response for that, and yeah, you can enjoy it there. Sorry, it's just because like we had way more discussion than we thought we were gonna have. Let's see. But yeah, I think the Tales of series is probably my favorite JRPG series, along with Pokemon. Yeah, man, if maybe like 10 years ago I would have had different answers, but I'm looking at the games over here right now, and it's just, I don't know anymore, man. I don't know, like, when you get older, you get so much more busy, and then you just don't really have that much time to play. And like at this point, the games I play right now are just the ones I play on stream, and then Pokemon occasionally or sometimes. Unfortunately, I play a lot of mobile games now too, which is really sad. But it's because like mobile games are easy to get in and get out. A life coach can do that. Let's see. I take Medaka because she makes the impossible possible. Oh, that's a good one. Let's see. I have too many anime waifus. Let me guess. You'll pick Darkness. Darkness, no. Rindo from Food Wars. Oh, that's a good one going, Rogue. I didn't think you were a Rindo fan. Okay. I was once asked if my hair gets petrified, like in who am I going to revive first? Answer Momo. You need something, she can create it. That's a good one, Akko. That's a really good one. Oh yeah, yeah. You have asked before, and I remember that when you asked, I had to ask what was her dream. What was her dream again? Because I always forget. And then I'm pretty sure when you asked this, I said like, yeah, sure, like it's possible. But I'm not gonna lie, I've forgotten Midnight Stream again. I guess I just don't really care that much about Midnight Stream. I mean, she's dead. To be honest, I would be on a island with Big Mom to try drown her and use the fruit to be unstoppable. Okay, Omar. Well, good luck with that. For me, when I was like 11, I watched Naruto on Cartoon Network, and my mom walked in on his sexy jutsu with Jiraiya. Oof, rough. Kazuha's trailer came out. Oh, hey, Outlaw. Yeah, that's all right. I don't really. I've been following the leaks, so I know about Kazuha enough that I don't really care about the trailer. At one point, Cranky, any reason for that? The birds? Yeah, I don't know. It might be because I'm talking too loud. It might also be that light that I have behind us. That might be annoying them a little bit. But they're covered, so I don't know, man. They've been cranky for the last few days. It might also be the heat. Right now we're going through like a really bad heat wave. Let's see. Also, like for Genshin, I really think that the next person I'm gonna pull on ain't gonna be Kazuha. I think I'm gonna be pulling on this one Hydro Catalyst user from Inazuma. She kinda looks like she's based off of like a dragon princess from Japanese folklore or something like that. I don't remember her name, but Otohime maybe actually Otohime maybe. But yeah, I'm gonna be pulling for her. She's the next girl that I'm aiming for. I don't know how many more characters are gonna come before her, but I know she's in the works from the leaks and all that, and I'm gonna be saving up a lot as much as I can. Bro, same. Way back in those days, anime wasn't a mainstream, and I made sure no one darker than black. No, I made sure no one saw Darker Than Black and Blast Rider are my favorite animes. Oh, okay. I remember Darker Than Black, man. I kind of wish that they could have finished that series properly, but what can you do? Ah, gotcha, Miguel. I have so far, like with what I saw from Ocean is talk that Vistrio had linked me, Miguel. I thought Ocean is was being reasonable with some spots there. Like whenever I hear someone else being tired of some things in Hero Academia, I feel really good because it's like, yeah, this is what's going to happen, and it's good that we're seeing it here. Like we're at that stage in Hero Academia's life cycle, right? Ocean is what it nah Ocean is was from what I saw, he was saying some reasonable things. I can like definitely talk a little bit about the points that he made in the video itself, but I didn't find anything that Ocean has said like super disagreeable. At least for the first little bit. I still have to watch a bit more. Joe, I love that you doubled down on not needing usefulness. I kind of want Bako to be the caretaker of Class 2A and look after the class by saying stuff like, if you guys don't get enough sleep, I'm going to murder you. I think that would be really funny, Jazz. Especially given that he's the one that got pretty badly hurt during that during the whole fight and all that. I think it'd be cool to see him standing up and leading the charge on making everyone feel better. Oh, speed's going to be basic and pick Hinata? Okay. Degenerates are welcome in this stream, a safe space if you will. Yes, it is. I think we have about 2 or 3 chapters of the Vanica fight until we go back to the fight with Zenon. 2 to 3 chapters, huh? That feels about right to me, Chris. I would agree with you. Maybe, but her dream lives on. Fair. Hey, Trev, question. How does Midnight die? She dies off screen. Record of Ragnarok has been removed from Netflix India because of Azura, right? Like, you gotta be careful in all honesty with Hindu, because like this has happened many times in the past where the Hindu do not like their gods showing up in media. Mind you, Azura didn't die. Like Azura won that fight, so I think that was a pretty good display for the Indian pantheon. In all honesty, but we've known that the Hindu are like this when it comes to media. A few of the XD wifes would be a good choice, but I have others I like from other anime. For me, it's between Metaleona, Mirko, Esdeath, and Erza. Okay. Jeez, guys, you make me feel like really basic just going for Lusamin, but like, okay. Ah, no, we were talking about Kazuha from Genshin. Oh, you went through the role-playing phase harder than your anime phase. Oh, okay. Let's see. I also like Grand Crest Senki. Not wishing till Yomiya comes out. Oh, that's a smart move. Gohan, smart move. Yomiya and Ayako will most likely be here before her, so you have months. You think so, Sarge? Like, cause I'm looking at my wishes right now, and for the wishes,
When the
let's just
sun
see how much we
sets
got.
free.
Yeah, we got a good chunk that I'm pretty happy about. I hope that let's just convert a few of them right now too, before I forget. But yeah, I want that one a lot. So I hope by the time she comes out, the thing is, I want to make sure I have enough to survive pity as well. So hopefully I'll get lucky. Do you think we get before season 6 or even at all? Oh, Naruto's. Wow, everyone's really worried about this. Naruto Sensei, we're probably going to get it for the end of the season. That's what I think is the most likely situation. Is Grand Crest Senki good anime? I've been interested in it. That you're going to have to ask Gohan because I didn't watch it, Tai, because it was an adaptation of either a tabletop game or a game in general, like a video game. So I'm not too sure. Darker Than Black felt finished in season 1 to me. I see why you say that, Speed, but then you had the OVAs, which covered Hayes and the Doll's situation and transition into season 2. And then season 2 largely felt unfinished to me. But yeah, like there was more after season 1. Like you probably know about it, Speed. Let's see. Pick a waifu that can take you back to civilization. Also, no, we must be just different generations. I don't understand this desire to go back to civilization. Also, like Ayaka from DxD and Boar Hancock from One Piece. If I pull on a Genshin banner, it's gonna be a rerun. I really want Albedo Zhongli, and I'm fiending for Chi-Chi because I need a true healer. Besides Barbara, so I can mix up my team combos. Fair, Viz, fair. Joe saying to Gohan they have similar taste in waifu. Let's see. Thoughts on the little hint of Goemon eventually digivolving into Vikemon at the end of the episode? I kind of wish we could have seen Vikemon's shadow, not just the little glow. Kind of, it felt too fillery. I kind of wished for more. Never hurt to call out something in a series. Constructive criticism helps. Also, still praying for a Deku Carnage moment. I need that tongue shot of a gun being smacked out of criminal hand. Let's see. Did you check out the Record of Ragnarok? Heard mostly complaints about it. I checked out the first episode, Ty, and man, look, this is bad for me because I don't like Record of Ragnarok about 60% of the time. Like, it's a fight exposition manga. The only fight exposition... Oh, if Skelly was still here, I would tell him that I've watched Kengan Asura. And I liked what I was reading of Kengan Asura when he had recommended it to me like a while ago. But I don't do well with fight exposition manga. I don't care about the characters enough to like go into their backstories in the middle of a fight. Like, yeah, some of them are interesting, but oh my gosh, I'm just not that type of reader, and I feel really bad for it because I should be better about it. So already, just keep that in mind. I'm going into Record of Ragnarok with some biases, and then I'm going into like this Netflix adaptation. I'm just thinking like, I feel like you're not getting the faces of these characters correctly. Kara was watching over my shoulder, and she was like, "Is that like an anime from the 2000s?" And I'm just thinking, I know why she's saying it. She's specifically talking about, I forget what. Oh, Brunhild. Brunhild in the first episode looks like she's from the 2000s, and I think that's probably purposeful. But I was just thinking, like, no, you know, it's. I told her it's a Netflix adaptation, and she automatically understood. Adaptation-wise, the opening sucks. I think it's a terrible opening. It's adaptive, but it still sucks. For the anime right now, the first episode was just like, all right, whatevs. I kind of just jumped around to see if the opening changed, and I know where it roughly ends for the season. But yeah, just trying to think about it a little bit more. I can see why people complain about it. Like, it's a Netflix adaptation. It doesn't look as pretty as I thought it would, even though the character designs are pretty on point for everyone else that isn't Brunhild. But yeah, It's pretty budget. I think they skipped some stuff too, but they probably were always gonna skip stuff. Yeah, I just don't care about Record of Ragnarok unless it's like the beginning of the fight and the end of the fight and any other fights. Like again, going into the backstory is just it's probably the worst part for me, and I hate all the exposition. Of course, if I was reviewing it, I wouldn't take away points for that. I'd be very transparent with what I biased against liking. Let's see, that's old school anime and three more anime to come out. Let's see, not counting Shield Hero Season 2, Dark Back 2 was meh. Yeah, unfortunately. If I was thinking about flying, I probably would have thought of Pappy from Mon Musa, but she wasn't the first character that popped into my mind when you spoke the question. Let's see. And there's a 4-star named Sayu, so we'll have at least 3 to 2 if they do the rerun and new character formula each update. Okay. Midnight was my favorite female My Hero Academia character next to Aizawa. Character that could have helped if I was about escaping. Oh, it's technically a light novel as well. Okay, gotcha, Gohan. To be honest, I hope Smoker joins the crew top 10 favorite characters. Omar, like from a long time ago, there was a theory saying that Omar would be one of the people to join, so maybe it could still happen. Marco going to need protection from nature, and also obviously, Lucimin is far from basic trip. The first Sun and Moon version is top class. All right, cool. Cool. Thanks, Ty. Ty, you always know how to make me feel better. Why would I need to go back to if I can crack on Aqua and have her still like me? As long as there are coconuts and crabs, I'm good. Yeah, Joe, you get it. Yeah, that's exactly what I thought. I wish Japanese writer put Grand Harvas in their isekai. They're kind of like Asian version of Elf, and they're part of my culture. I've never heard of those ones, man. Grand Harvas. Okay, sorry, I said Grand Harvas. Grand Harvas. Ooh, what are those? I'm still in my reading up on Celtic stuff, and so I haven't really moved into other mythologies. So in Hinduism, Buddhism, and Jainism, Gandharvas is a class of celestial beings whose males are divine singers and females are divine dancers. Also a term for skilled singers in Indian classical music. Oh, okay. Neat. And yeah, Naruto Sensei. That's my theory right now. But Sarge and other people have pointed out that we have enough promotional materials that guarantees that some form of Villain Academia will be here. Picked up another harem manga, but some might not like it because of the waifus being slave waifus. Who are they? So Kenichi isn't your kind of manga? No, I actually enjoyed Kenichi. Kenichi's exposition wasn't so bad. Like for me, I didn't even consider Kenichi a fight exposition manga just because Kenichi was so cool. For me right now, if I was to like rate, okay, so of Baki the Grappler, Kengan Azura, Record of Ragnarok, and Kenichi, Kenichi's probably at the top because I can read Kenichi without skipping chapters. Then it's Baki, because I still have to skip chapters for Baki because I can't deal with all the exposition. I just want to see who's going to win the fight after a certain point. Unless like one of the fights is really good, like the ones against Muhammad Ali Jr. Like that, those series of fights was pretty hilarious. But then otherwise, let's see. Then Kengan Azura and then Record of Ragnarok at the end. Kengan Azura is still, I'm still relatively early on it. I've only like read up to chapter 10 and then I just kind of skipped around. Yeah, it's probably the order. Like I wouldn't consider Kenichi history's strongest disciple in that grouping of the fight exposition manga. I still feel like they're going in order with these Digivolutions. So next up will be Tentamon Digivolving all the way up to Hercules Kirby Terrymon. Well, I'm excited for that. You saw King and Azura. It's my favorite martial arts anime. Love the details in the fight. Yeah. Oh, Ty, you must have been recommending it to me too. Yeah. Skelly had told me about it, and so I had been checking it out just on the side, slowly but surely. I haven't seen all that much. I think what got me official. Yeah, I think I did see 2 episodes of the anime as well, but I didn't have time to watch all of it. I only like Darker Than Black, just 24 episodes. I consider it an unfortunate masterpiece when it comes to certain psychological sci-fis. It really is dead nowadays. Really unfortunate, really. But Ty, I like Grand Krasenki. Just wanted to warn you about a side character disliked a lot. Okay. Let's see. I have like near 7k Primo saved up. Just give me one rerun so I can get Zhongli on you all better. I'm begging for another rerun. Oh, Viz. Okay, yeah. I heard that the leakers were saying that maybe Ganyu gets her rerun at the anniversary. So maybe that's when you gotta strike. But props, man. Props for having 7,000. Let's see. Going through. Golden Boy is a classic anime. Yes, it is. Old School Codebreaker is another one of my favorite mangas. Miss those days. Yeah, I remember Codebreaker was one of the manga that I would follow. I think it was a manga stream at that point in time. And yes, Mega Green Kirby. John mentioned again Harva. Let's see. This is. Let's see, Gohan. Let me Google that one real quick. What is this series? Have I read it? No, I have not read it. Betrayed Esrak and so a betrayed Esrak adventurer. I make a slave-only harem guild with my beloved slaves. Okay. Cool. Let's see. Brother, stop watching this. We must fight the MPLA. Okay, I have another manga. Let's see. Oh, okay. Again, Harvest can fly. Okay. Oh, see a narrative sensei. I'm going through. Let's see. I read a little bit of that one. Gohan. The second. Okay, so this other manga that Gohan linked. 1 second, guys. I'm just trying to see what Gohan's linking here. Make sure that it's up to our degenerate standards. Older elite knight is cute only in front. Wait, it's birds. Come on. Only elite knight is cute only in front of me. Is this like the female? Only like the female knight just wants to be a normal woman or something like that? All right, cool. Whatever. Let's see. Going through the comments. Wait until you see the tournament Kengan asked for a favorite tournament arc in anime. Yes. Did you ever pick a waifu in Kenichi? I don't really pick waifus, but that one villainous lady, I don't know their names anymore because it's been so long. The one villainous lady that has like the weird eyes, and does she have kind of like a shrine maiden outfit or something? Like, does she have like a giant bead necklace? She has like distinct eyes, giant bead neck. Am I remembering her right? I think I am, but I don't remember. Oh, you know what? Actually, no. I don't know. Does anyone know what I'm talking about? All I can tell you, she has long hair. She has like a very Eastern design with her fighting outfit. Kind of looks like a shrine maiden in my memory, but she has distinct eyes. Does anyone know what I'm talking about? Let's see. Ever play Bioshock Trip? No, Joe. No, I didn't. Have you ever heard the Deku is all for one other vessel theory? Someone said it to me on Twitter, and honestly, wow. Spade, I don't know, I haven't heard that theory properly, but we've had theories about all for one having a vestige inside of Izuku. Oh, Tiandra, that's funny, man. I found out that I'm reading updated. Okay. Something I'm still iffy on is where Bakugo is going to end up. Bakugo also wants to be the greatest hero, but we already know that Deku is going to end up as the greatest. So what happens to Bakugo? You know, they could just kind of fluctuate in the rankings. Like, they can go for 10 years where they just, 1 year Izuku's at the top, another year Bakugo's at the top, another year Shoto's at the top. Wouldn't be the worst thing in the world, right? Let's see. Slave Waifu will mean that Twitter will lose it and try to cancel, which will make it more popular and guarantee a second season. Yes. Trip, are you a full-time YouTuber or do you have another full-time job? No, I'm not a full-time YouTuber. Not really. I have other jobs. Like my other jobs, when before COVID struck, I was doing event management, but otherwise, yeah. Did anyone see the last Bad Batch episode? Cad Bane is back in. Yeah, no, I haven't seen Bad Batch yet. Oh, yeah, you're talking about the one that's as old as me. Yeah, yeah, that one, that one. That's definitely her, because she definitely talked at that level. Yeah, that's probably her. The revenge manga I'm reading is called The Strongest Brave Who Craves for Revenge, Extinguished with the Power of Darkness. There aren't many people I remember, but I'm glad I remember her. And you describing her as the one that's as old as the grandfather? Yeah, that's appropriate. That's appropriate for me. Let's see. Um, Jazzmaz, could they both be the greatest hero in different ways on how they mean to be a hero? They could get rid of the ranking system by the end. The girl with one long pants leg and the other short girl from Kenichi is mine. Let's see. I mean, if the whole point is to change society. Good point, Miguel. Random, like I mentioned, the slave one. Let's see. Is technically the reg one. Okay. Trip, what if Oda just wanted to get world record for longest anime in the world and then dip? It's too late for that now. How does one become an event manager? 1 second, Andre. Gotcha, Spade. But how does one become an event manager? Oh, simple. You just go to somewhere that hosts events. So you go to somewhere that hosts events. It could be like any kind of conference center. It could be any kind of hotel. It could be any kind of facility. And then just like either bullshit on your resume, work your way up in the corporate ladder, or just be good at talking, and you'll end up being an event manager pretty quick. It's not like the it's not particularly hard. It's a different skill set. It's a social skill set. I really enjoyed it. Like, I got exposed to a lot of stupid really quick, and that made me really feel even more emboldened to tell people stop being stupid. Let's see. Oh, and one of the Isekai Harem manga I follow, the MC actually got married. It doesn't happen so early in the story so often. Unless it's Magician's grandchild, they rushed that and it messed up. Yeah, my grandma was an event manager. She just quit last week for a different job where she got manager. Yeah. But otherwise, like right now, like I have like other small jobs. In the past, I was also a construction site manager, which was terrible. Just because like, well, I don't know. Like for anyone that works with contractors or carpenters, you know how those guys can be. In general, you know how rough those guys can be. Not the best time. I did appreciate the money from it, but I would not go back to being a construction site manager. For that one, it was pretty funny too, because like there were a lot of illegal things that were going on in the background, but I was able to skirt by multiple times. But that's how things go. Ah, Mikumo Kushinada. Ah, okay, gotcha, Mega Green Kirby. Ah, excellent. 90 plus? Oh, yeah, that's great. Guys, really, the worst thing for me would be getting... Ah, yeah, that's definitely her. That's definitely her, Mega Green Kirby. Thank you. I would not have been able to remember that memory at all, man. But yeah. The worst thing for me is for me to get sent to a world filled with elves. That's probably just... Don't ever think that I'm coming back, guys. Actually, no, I'm probably going to come back. I have a lot of things waiting for me over here, like the birds. I can't leave the birds alone. Poor birds. Trip, do you want to do YouTube full-time? Yes. I would love to do YouTube full-time. I would love to do YouTube full-time because then it means I'm making enough money such that I can afford to do cooler things and then show you guys it. Like, to this day, I still want to have a documentary about finding elves in Iceland. It's a little bit of a dream I have, and I know. It's pretty stupid, pretty goofy, but I want to go to Iceland and I want to hunt for elves. You know, just like do what they do. I think it's a pretty fun little thing, and I think it would be great to just go around and interview people about their local mythology. If being a mythology specialist or an archaeologist was a little bit easier for me to have done here, I would have done it, but it wasn't. But yeah, no. If I ever get to have YouTube as a full-time job, I would 100% be making documentaries on mythology and folklore. Like it's something I've really wanted to do for a long time, but I don't got the resources for it right now. So it's something that'll come. It'll something to come. I'll figure out a way to do it, but it's still a long ways away. In the meantime, I'm satisfied with reading about mythology and books and whatnot. But yeah, that's overall the big plan here. Let's see. Gian said Trip just likes telling people what to do. Actually, I don't. I really dislike telling people what to do. I don't like doing it. I definitely didn't like doing it during I didn't like doing it with the contractors because it was like with the contractors, these guys are like 50 and I'm like less than 30. So it didn't like it was unnerving, right? It's one of those things you gotta learn. But when you're put in a position of responsibility and you're quite literally going to be blamed if one of your employees screws up, you quickly learn to not care that much and just tell them to stop being stupid, in nicer ways that you don't get in trouble with the union or something like that. But yeah, no, if you feel like you're a social butterfly, you could probably consider doing event management. You're probably like, why am I taking orders from this guy? Very full of themselves at times. Yeah, for contractors, pretty much. Regarding their future hero rankings, Baku will probably be similar to Endeavor, with him being top 3 because of how many cases he solved despite being so disliked. Shoto will be the hot one. Gonna follow Aizawa, yeah. Get out of by elves and dark elves. Oof. I'd be weak to them. I'd be weak to them. One of the animes I'm waiting for has a dark elf rifle in it. Apparently, you saw the 3 sizes being... Oh, okay. Deku will probably have a ton of cases solved, just like Bakugo, but beats him out because he's much more approachable as a hero than Bakugo is. Probably. If there was a world with monster girls and I was a total scrub, and in that world, I'm sorry, you guys, you never see me again. Joe, I appreciate the honesty. No, the worst thing that could ever happen to you is getting sent to a full of elves with the patriarch is Potamus from Spy. Oh, God. No. I don't want to go anywhere near that guy, man. No. What if Zoro's actual dream was to be the richest bounty hunter and then kill Luffy? Well, that would be a subversion, but it's not going to happen at this point. Oh, God. Oh, Joe, I'm always so happy when you and Tiandre get along. I hate leading people, too much annoying people. Yeah, but that's where the money is, right? Taking responsibility for sometimes incompetent workers, that's that does pay a little bit better than being the worker, right? I use Discord a lot to talk with others. It's easy for me because I can send links from mangas and light novels. I mean, fair enough, Gohan. Okay, guys, we shot right by the time I thought I was going to get off of this stream on. So, we will get into, let's call it, let's say we'll end it in 10 minutes. Let's say we'll end it there. Oh, Tiandre, Joe is Sleepy Bush. Let's see, how did you get into construction management? And no, Mega Green Kirby, no Hero Academia spoilers. For construction management, it was nepotism. Not really. Me and my friend from university, he was like, hey, there's this guy, he needs a construction manager, want to do it? And I'm like, all right, I need the money. And that's how we ended up in construction management. Construction site management. What I pretty much had to do was just oversee stuff, and I did a bunch of the repairs for an area. Had no experience with building in Canada. There was a lot of different things that they do here that I do not do in the Caribbean, but whatever. I finished the job and called it a day, took my money, and never looked back. Definitely one of the dirtiest jobs. Let's see, any big highlights from that? Not really. Can't really think of any big highlights. I mean, skirting around the city inspectors was probably the best thing I did, but that was largely accidental, and I just happened to do it like multiple times. Okay, see you, White Despair. Hopefully we get spoilers tomorrow. We've got in Wednesday spoiler for last 2 weeks, so it's possible. I hope so too. I want to be a game programmer, but I have to work on my math skills. If not, I'd love to revolve my career around anime and manga on a platform like YouTube or Twitch. That would be cool. Sarge, how is the YouTube channel going on your side? Yes, always Planet. Trip, I'll send the links for the other two manga. Yeah, man. I think I found them here, Gohan, but yeah, go ahead. And White Despair, I think I said goodbye already, but have a good night. Trip, Luffy and Zoro are they're on par in skill, right? If they fight, it would pretty much be matched up, or am I dumb? Omar, you're not dumb. Luffy and Zoro, it's probably a situation where Zoro would win like 30% of the time and Luffy wins 70% of the time. So if they have 10 matches, I'd see Luffy winning more often than Zoro because Luffy has... Yeah, Luffy would probably win more often than Zoro. Because Luffy can do some things that Zoro just can't. Oh! I didn't know that. There was a collab between the two. Anyway, right. I was going to look at Sarge's channel. Let's see. Where is Sarge? I'll do this later. Because I can't do it as easily now, Sarge. But, Sarge, game programmer, right. I one time wanted to be a game programmer, but I haven't practiced enough, so I'm not aiming to be a game programmer anymore. I'm gonna see how like it goes with writing books. Maybe I'll get like lucky and like have some really good sales at some point. But we'll have to see. For my current numbers, like I know for writing, I am doing better than a regular debut artist, or sorry, debut author. And I'm definitely in like the top 10% of Amazon, but that's not saying a lot because like I think the statistic is 90% of people on Amazon don't sell 50 copies. So it's a pretty depressing statistic if you think about it. But yeah, I'm gonna try like writing books for this next little year and see if I can turn that into like another good form of income. And then I can tell you guys about the author journey and how it went. Let's see. Sorry, I kind of dropped it for a while since the strike, plus in real life stuff, but I want to get back to it into it soon. I lost a lot of my videos too, so that hurt. Oh, that sucks, man. I like playing Genshin, but I've been playing another gacha game for a good while now, and so it's jarring how much better its gacha and RPG mechanics feel than Genshin's. Oh, Trip, what book you made? Oh, I just made stuff on trend for Amazon. It's not anyone's style here. Yeah, it's not anyone's style. Like, don't it's books that I made to test out Amazon's markets, and now that I know it, like that's why I'm working on another book and a second book. So hopefully once those are out, I can share those with you guys. Good night, Chris. I'm like at 30,000 words for the one that I'm aiming to have at 60,000 to release. So probably just like another week and I'll be close to the end. Trip is a book grifter. Yes. Probably. Well, no, with a book at least you're probably going to get something worth the value, right? Like for $4 you get like a nice little story. I do feel like the one that I'm working on right now is going to be better than the majority of light novels, I think. But I don't know. I'll let you know. Also sent the link above. My first job was an EV technician, was supervisor in a week. I started learning Spanish. I was 20 back then, 21 now, but I'm trying to find purpose in the life. Good luck, Spade. That's all we gotta do. Would you dare poking Spider's current chapter to see how it is? I want your opinion on the differences of the look and or style. Sure, Mega Green Kirby, I can do that, and then we can call it a night. Do 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 do. Miguel, are you still there? Did you see Higehiro's episode? Oh, thanks, Sarge. I appreciate that. And this time, you're gonna get a nice book. The good thing is, like in the last year with me trying to figure out Amazon, I was able to find like a really nice artist. So I am gonna have quite a few little. I'm gonna have quite a few illustrations. It's gonna be pretty neat. I'm just hoping that. I know with the ones that I tried that I was able to get good reception to it. So I know I'm not like just a shit person at writing. But I do hope that this next one is gonna be really good. I think it's gonna be really good. It starts a little bit slow at the beginning. You guys can kind of imagine. I like slow burns, but then it'll ramp up. The current structure of the book is gonna have like 3 mini arcs. And go from there. Oh, okay. I just saw the Arachne. Oh. I'm not sure if I like this one. It looks a little bit, it looks, something about it looks different, but I can't place it. It doesn't look as good as white does right now. And the face of the spider itself too. Yeah, you know what? I'm not feeling it, man. She looks more like a doll than she does a spider. She doesn't look cute at all. I mean, it looks a little bit more monstery. Yeah, man, I'm not feeling it, Mega. Not feeling it. Oh, okay, gotcha, Miguel. Oh, silly question, but favorite female character from 2A? For me, it's Jiro. Jiro definitely has my favorite character moment in CF, even if her character doesn't have much going for her in the moment. Momo. I like Momo. He doesn't do it for the love, but for the money, and you know? Shit, I'm the same. Yeah, yeah, no. I do it. I do it for the money. That's 100% it. Like, what's the point of writing a book if no one's gonna buy it? Right? Like that's the reality of the situation most times. Like I want to write a book that people are going to buy. So I will write a book that's hopefully good enough for people to buy. That's what it ultimately comes down to. And okay, Miguel, sorry, Miguel, because I felt like you talk about it sometimes, and so my mistake, Miguel, if I misremembered. Have you seen the new Static comic? The art looks straight out of a manga. No, I haven't. I wouldn't mind making a story, but I hate books, so I think a game maker for me is a good job. But I don't know because I don't really like school. I'm lazy, so I'm probably gonna fail at life. Omar, listen. I've learned a lot in my years of living, and society really rewards failure quite a lot. If you're charismatic, you could fail a lot and still be pretty okay. And you know what? That's okay too. So for your situation, listen, if you want to be a game developer but you don't like school, then this is simply what you gotta do. Just start learning how to program, make a portfolio, make programs, because when it comes down to it, if you want to go into tech, you don't really need an education. It would be recommended to get like some kind of technical degree if you can, like maybe a community college or a technical college. But otherwise, you know, get something, and then if you want to be a programmer, just have a lot of programs that you've made before and just use that. Shop around. Portfolios of people's programming techniques usually are valuable in this kind of field if you want to do that. Speed, what is my author name? Yes, well, we figured this out a while ago. It's going to be Tripl-L. Or I got another one just in case Tripl-L is taken. But don't worry, it's going to have the trip and the 3 L's in there. It's pretty funny. But yeah, that's going to be the name it's going to be under once we release. And again, I'm hoping to finish it up like in a week or two. Right now, I try to do 10,000 words when I get like a nice little bit. But right now, I've been writing like 3,000 words per day. So hopefully within the week or two, we're done. I only started it like in at the beginning of June. So it's nice that I'm already halfway through. I think it might not be halfway through. It kind of, I'll have to see where we end up. Let's see. I know it feels like she just grew a human-sized Escocell. Yeah, pretty much. Even Ragnar. Yeah, agreed. The one in the light novel covers looks better too. If any studio wants to be extremely bold, they'll announce season 2 for Ian's speech reviewers. Yes. Society, just look at all the failure of Trump, and he's a former president. Yeah, pretty much. It's just how it works. You know, when you're a kid, people always tell you, oh, you can't afford to fail. You can't afford to do whatever it is. You can't blah, 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 blah. But the reality is, like, there's a lot of systems in place that even if you do fail, you can probably still pick yourself back up. I kept reading online how good Hunter x Hunter is, but whenever I get back to watch, I get irritated of how edgy it is. Fair, Echo. Okay, guys. I'm going to call it there and put the birds out of their misery. They're probably annoyed because I'm talking a lot too. So yeah, guys, I'm gonna start saying the good nights. So good night to Speed, Akko, Omar, Matt, Random, Gohan, Mega Green Kirby, Ty, Jazz, Speed, Animamus. Oh, I think I got Speed already. Miguel, Sarge, Tiandra is out here as well, I think. Ah, yeah, and good night, Viz. You... No, Omar, it's okay. But yeah, guys, thanks so much for being here. We'll be back tomorrow night, and we'll have a good time. And yeah. Guys, it's okay. The birds are going to be fine. Till next time, everyone. I think Naruto will get season 2. Oh, yeah, definitely random. Definitely. But yeah, ending the stream in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Till next time, everybody.